Hello viewers, you're welcome back to another video of MikeMayFinance&Figures. Suppose you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment and share to your loved ones, your friends, your family members and all. And if you've been with me from the start, thank you, God bless you, continue to stay along and you'll get more of these videos. Now we want to observe another example, example 6. Remember, in our previous video, we looked at example 5. So example 6 is saying A, B, C, and D are 4 business partners. So over the years, they have agreed to share profits and losses according to their capital investments. Below is the analysis of their capital investments. A contributed 3,000 and B, his capital is 1,000 more than D's investment. So take note, B's capital is tied to D, to that of D's investment. And C's capital is not supplied, it's X loan. That means we have to find it. D's capital is twice that of A. Okay? So if this year they made profit of 5,000 and the ratio of C's capital investment to that of B is given as 4:7, by how many percent is B's share of the profit greater than C's? Can we make few analyses before we get to the solution? One thing I want you to note is that C's capital is not given, and that means we are going to look for it first. After which, we get to find the respective profit of B and C. That is the part or the share of profit of B and that of C. After which, we find the differences in profit. And after we have gotten the differences in profit, we then now convert that different amount to a percentage, okay? The difference, it is what we are going to convert to a percentage, and that surely answers the question. So let's solve. Solution. First, I want us to start by bringing their capital amounts. Capital amount. A. His capital amount according to what is supplied here is 3,000. B. His capital is dependent on D. Unless we get D, we can never get B. So, C. His capital is given as X loan. And D, of course, his capital is twice A. Twice A, that means twice the capital amount invested by A. So if A invested 3,000, 2 times this 3,000 will give us the amount invested by D, which is 6,000, I guess. Fine. So B's capital is also dependent on D. So B is 1,000 more. That means if D's capital is 6,000, to get B's capital is 6,000 plus the 1,000 here. That should give us 7,000. Okay? So for the meantime, let us go get, let's go and find the figure for, the capital amount for C. Find C's capital amount. But remember that the ratio of C's capital amount to that of B is 4:7. That means C's capital amount, which is X as supplied, to B's capital amount, which is now 7,000, the ratio is equal to 4:7. Okay, we can convert this to a fraction. X over 7,000 equal to 4/7. At this point, you should agree with me that we are going to cross multiply. So 7 times X is sure 7X, and 4 times 7,000 is 28,000. And if we want the value of x, what are we going to do? We should divide both sides by 7. Here by 7. So 7 and 7 will cancel each other. We are left with x there. So 7 into itself is 1, and into this is 4. So x is 4,000. Okay? So, but what is representing x? Accordingly here, x is C's capital amount, which is now 4,000. Okay. So the next step is look out for the total capital. Total capital. Total capital. So your total capital, A's amount is 3,000. B's amount is 7,000 plus 7,000. C's amount is now 4,000. 4,000 and plus D's amount which is 6,000. 6,000. So can we add all this? I guess this is 20,000. Yeah. So this is still not the answer. Let us get another sheet of paper, and now that we've gotten the total capital, we can now use that amount, that figure, to find their profit amount. So we are starting with B. For B, if we want to get the profit amount of B, we are using is capital invested 7,000 divided by total amount 20,000 and multiply by the profit, which is 5,000. Okay, so at this point you should agree with me that these 3 zeros will cancel with this, and there is one here that will cancel with this. Okay, then what do we have next? Let us multiply 700 by 5. Let's say this should be 700 times 5 all over 2. Okay, but if you can agree with me, is that 2 into itself is 1, 2 into 70 is 35. Remember, this is 0, so we have 350. 2 into 700 is 350. So let's continue. This should continue to give us 350 times 5. So let's see. 5 times 0, 0. 5 times 5 is 25. Put 5, carry 2. 5 times 3, 15. Plus 2 is 17. Okay. So which means B's share of the profit, B's share of the 5,000 millions is 1,750. So let's go to finding C's share of the profit. C, we are using its capital amount, which is 4,000. So it's 4,000 divided by the total amount, 20,000. Sorry, we multiply here by the profit, 5,000. Okay, we are multiplying it by 5,000. So by 5,000, sorry about this, by 5,000. So at this point, these 3 zeros and these 3 zeros will again go, and of course this 0 and this 0 will go. Of course 2 can go into 4, so 2 into itself is 1, into 4 is 2. Don't forget we still have 2 zeros here, so this should be 200 times 5. Okay, so 5 times 2 is 10. Add 2 zeros, so 6 share of the profit, which is, let's say of the profit is 1,000. But this is not our answer. Like I did say, we are going to work the problem step by step. So now that we have gotten their profit, let's find the differences in their profit. Find the difference. Find the difference in their profit. Okay, find the difference in their profit. So that means the difference between B's amount and C's amount. I guess 1,750 minus 1,000. You should be able to tell that it is 750. 750. So this is the difference in their profit amount. So now express that as a percentage. Express 750 as a percentage. Okay, so remember, we are moving from 1,000 to 1,750. So we are going to use the percentage increase format to get to expressing this 750 to a percentage. So we are using 750, and then we are dividing it by 1,000, and then we multiply by 100. Okay, so these two zeros and this will go, this 0 and this will go, so we are sure left with 75. So therefore it is by 75%. Okay, it is by 75% that B's share of the profit greater than C's. Okay, it is by 75%. So this is kind of tricky, and I want you to watch the video over and again. Suppose you want to grasp the concept. I want to thank you for being with me this far. Continue to watch, continue to be with me, and I will supply you more of these videos. Thank you once again. Please, if you are new, I still want to encourage you that you subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you very much. God bless you. See you in another video.